नमो नमः। गीताभ्यासे 4-6 अजोपि सन्नव्ययात्मा प्लस 4-7 यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य प्लस 4-8 परित्राणाय साधूनाम, a study by S.L. Abhyankar. In the scripting of the shlokaha below, orange highlighting indicates spots of padacheda. अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया. पदच्छेदैः अजः अपि सन् अव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरः अपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वाम् अधिष्ठाय सम्भवामि आत्ममायया. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. पदच्छेदैः यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिः भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदा आत्मानं सृजामि अहम्. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे. पदच्छेदैः परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे. वाक्यांशशः विश्लेषणम्. We have the columns here. अनुक्रमाङ्काः, अव्ययानि, अन्ये सुबन्ताः, कर्तृपदीयाः, कर्मपदीयाः, तिङन्ताः, कृदन्ताः. अजः सन् अपि, अव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरः सन् अपि अहं स्वां प्रकृतिम् अधिष्ठाय आत्ममायया सम्भवामि. हे भारत, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिः अधर्मस्य अभ्युत्थानं भवति तदा साधूनां परित्राणाय दुष्कृतां विनाशाय च अहम् आत्मानं सृजामि. धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय युगे युगे अहं सम्भवामि. Note, I have been trying to structure the above table such that when reading the table row by row, the syntax and meaning anvayartha will be automatic and fluent. The usual syntax of prose Sanskrit is subject, object, verb, SOV. This time I have set these columns in that order. Let me see whether this works okay further on also. Toward this, I do put some words in columns other than their grammatically appropriate columns, but putting them in parentheses to indicate that those words which are in parentheses are not in their grammatically appropriate columns. In row marked with asterisk, He Bharata is Sambodhanam, is in address case. It is better to show it in a separate row. Ajaha, San Api. Ajaha, Aja Visheshanam. Atra Pullingam Prathama Ekvachanam. Note, Ajaha is a compound word. न जायते इति अजः उपपदान्वितः नैतत् पुरुषः. अस्य जन्म न भवति, न जायते. अपि अव्ययम्. सन् सत् इति प्रातिपदिकं विशेषणम्. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा एकवचनं. नोट, सत् इज शत्रु विशेषणं फ्रॉम धातुः अस्. नाउ धातुः अस् is shown to be of 3 different ganas, but I have blanked off those ganas which are not relevant here. So I will read out only that which is relevant. But those who are interested to know in what all ganaha the dhatu as appears, they can take a click of this particular slide. So as asang bhuvi, to be, to exist. Adadihi, द्वितीय गणीयः परस्मैपदी. अकर्मकः सेट. अव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरः सन् अपि अव्ययात्मा न व्ययः यस्य सः अव्ययः न बहुव्रीहि. अव्ययः आत्मा यस्य सः अव्ययात्मा बहुव्रीहि. भूतानां भूत विशेषणम् अत्र नपुंसकलिङ्गं षष्ठी बहुवचनं. Note bhuta is kta viseshanam from dhatuhu bhu. Bhu again is in three different ganaha, but relevant one here is bhu sattayam, to exist, to become, to be, to happen. Bhvadihi prathamaganiyah parasmepadi akarmakah set. Ishvaraha pullingam ishte iti. Ish plus varach. Varach is a pratyaya. ईष्टे is lat lakarah atmanepadam prathama purushaha ekvachanam of ish ishang aishwarye, to rule, to command, to possess power. Adadihi dvitiya ganiyah atmanepadi sakarmakah set. Ishvaraha means one who commands all over, so omnipotent. Yadva ishvaraha ashnute vyapnoti iti. अश धातोर वरट उपधायाः ईत्वं च. अश अशूं व्याप्तौ संघाते च, टू परवेड, टू हीप, टू पाइल अप. स्वादिः पंचमगणीयः आत्मनेपदी सकर्मकः वेट. ईश्वरः मीन्स वन हु परवेड्स ऑल ओवर, सो omnipresent. अश अशं भोजने, टू ईट, टू कंज्यूम. क्रियादिः नवमगणीयः परस्मैपदी सकर्मकः set. Ishvaraha means one who tastes everything, who knows everything, is omniscient. See, like this, the Ishvaraha word has been so coined that it covers, it is inclusive of all the three shades of meaning: omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. Swam prakritim adhishthaya. स्वाम स्व सार्वनामिकं विशेषणम् अत्र स्त्रीलिंगं द्वितीया एकवचनं. प्रकृतिं प्रकृति स्त्रीलिंगं द्वितीया एकवचनं. अधिष्ठाय अधि प्लस था तस्य ल्यबन्तम् अधिष्ठाय. अधिष्ठा प्रथमगणीयः परस्मैपदी यूज विथ एक्कुजेटिव एज पर पाणिनि सूत्रम 1-4-46. Now different shades of meanings. One, A, to stand on or upon, adhisthaya. To sit in or upon, occupy as a seat. Resort to, I am not reading the different quotations where the adhishtha, use of this dhatu comes with these meanings. Another meaning is practicing, adhisthaya. Mam adhisthaya. This is from Ramayana, depending on me. Then another shade of meaning, to stand, adhisthaya. To be, to stand over, mount. To stand by, be near. To be in, dwell in, inhabit, reside, stay. Also, to make oneself master of, seize, take possession of, overpower, conquer. To lead, to conduct as head or chief. Maharaja Dasharathasya daran adhisthaya vasishta praptaha. To lead, conduct. And then the dictionary suggests see adhishthata also. And yet another shade of meaning, to be at the head of, govern, direct, preside over, rule, superintend. Prakritim swamadhisthaya. This same shloka has been quoted as a reference. Governing, controlling, presiding over, and thus turning to use. Swam prakritim adhisthaya. To use, employ. Atmamayaya sambhavami. Atmamayaya. Atmamaya strilingam. Trutiya ekvachanam. Atmanah maya iti atmamaya. Shashti tattosha. Atmanah, Atman, self. Pullingam shashti ekvachanam. Maya, Vedic. In Vedic, Maya means extraordinary power, wisdom, such as prajna. संभवामि. सम प्लस भू लट लकारः परस्मैपदम् उत्तमपुरुषः एकवचनम् of the धातुः संभू. प्रथमगणीयः परस्मैपदी. टू अराइज, टू बी बॉर्न और प्रोड्यूस्ड, स्प्रिंग अप. हे भारत, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिः अधर्मस्य अभ्युत्थानं च भवति. धर्मस्य, धर्मः, राइचस कॉन्डक्ट, पुल्लिंगम षष्ठी एकवचनम. ग्लानिः फेमिनिन, ग्लै भावे नि. एग्जॉशन, लैंगर, फटीग, decay, decline, and the same shloka has been quoted. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat. Abhyutthanam, rise, literally and figuratively. Elevation, exaltation, prosperity, dignity, a position of dignity or authority. Again, same shloka has been quoted as a reference. When impiety increases or is in the ascendant, tada sadhunam paritranaय दुष्कृताम विनाशाय च अहम आत्मानं सृजामि. साधूनाम, साधु विशेषण, अत्र पुल्लिंगम षष्ठी बहुवचनम. परित्राणाय, परित्राण नपुंसकलिंगम चतुर्थी एकवचनम. प्रिजर्वेशन, प्रोटेक्शन, रेस्क्यू, डिफेंस, डेलिवरेंस. अगेन सेम श्लोका हैज बीन कोटेड. परित्राणाय साधूनाम. दुष्कृताम, दुष्कृत विशेषण, अत्र पुल्लिंगम षष्ठी बहुवचनम. दुष्करम करोति इति दुष्कृत. नोट, दुष्कृत, दुष्कृतिन masculine, a wicked person. विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम. सेम श्लोक कोटेड एवरीवेयर. विनाशाय, विनाश, डिस्ट्रक्शन, ruin, utter loss, decay. पुल्लिंगम चतुर्थी एकवचनम. अहम, अस्मत् सर्वनाम प्रथमा एकवचनम. आत्मानं, आत्मन, पुल्लिंगम द्वितीया एकवचनम. सृजामि, लट लकारः परस्मैपदम उत्तमपुरुषः एकवचनम ऑफ सृज. सृजं, विसर्गे, टू क्रिएट, टू जनरेट, टू प्रोड्यूस. तुदादिः षष्ठगणीयः परस्मैपदी सकर्मकः अनिट्. अहम युगे युगे धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि. युगे, युग नपुंसकलिंगम सप्तमी एकवचनम. नोट, युगम एन एज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. द युगास आर फोर: कृत और सत्य, त्रेता, द्वापर एंड कली. Actually, the word yuga has many meanings, but just because in the dictionary I got some interesting information about this yuga as the age of the world, I am just quoting it from the dictionary. The duration of each is said to be respectively 1,728,000 years, 1,296,000 years of Treta, 864,000 years of Dwapar, and 432,000 years of Kali. These many years of men. The four together comprising 4,320,000 years of men, which is equal to one Mahayuga. It is also supposed that the regularly descending length of the yugas represents a corresponding physical and mortal deterioration of the people in the people who live during each age. Krita being called the golden and Kali or the present age the iron age. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, dharma samsthapanartha pullingam chaturthi ekvachanam. Dharmasya samsthapanam iti dharma samsthapanam. Shashti tatpurusha. Dharma samsthapanam eva artha iti dharma samsthapanartha. Karmadharaya. Dharma, righteous conduct. Samsthapanam, establishment, confirmation. Artha, in some of its senses, from artha, in others, from ruthan. Arthate yasau arthibhi. This is niruktam. Object, purpose, end and aim, wish or desire. Sambhavan. Note, bhavami is lat lakara parasmaipadam uttama purusha ekvajanam of bhu sattayam, to exist, to become, to be, to happen. Bhvadihi prathamaganiyaha parasmaipadi akarmakah set. Sambhu, to arise, to be born. Now, overall meaning, Saramshataha. Ajaha san api. Even though I have no birth, I do not have to be born. Avyayatma bhutanam ishvaraha san api. Even though I am indelible self and Lord of all creation. Bhutanam ishvaraha, Lord of all creation. Swam prakriti madhisthaya, by virtue of my self-same nature, Atma Mayaya Sambhavami, I become manifest by my own faculty of becoming manifest, as and when I would think it necessary and appropriate to do so. He Bharat, yada yada hi dharmasya glanihi adharmasya abhyuthanancha bhavati. Ye descendant of the Bharata dynasty, whenever there is decline of righteousness and rise and spread of unrighteousness, tada sadhunam paritranaya dushkrutam vinashaya cha aham atmanam sujami. Then, for the protection of the righteous and for elimination of the unrighteous, I procreate myself. Aham yuge yuge dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami. I procreate myself to establish and ensure prevalence of righteousness. Yuge yuge, from time to time. Chando Vishleshana. Ajopi sannavyayatma ashtaksharaणि न व्यया एतेषां मात्राः द्वे एका द्वे भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् अष्टाक्षराणि श्वरोऽपि एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय अष्टाक्षराणि मधिष्ठा एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया त्वमाय एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका प्रथमे पादे अपवादः अन्यथा अनुष्टुप् छन्दः इन 4-6 यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य अष्टाक्षराणि हि धर्मस्य because of स्य rma also gets two matras एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अष्टाक्षराणि तिभार एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य अष्टाक्षराणि मधर्मस्य एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् अष्टाक्षराणि सृजाम्य एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अनुष्टुप् छन्दः इन 4-7 परित्राणाय साधूनाम् अष्टाक्षराणि यसाधु एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम् अष्टाक्षराणि च दुष्कृ एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय अष्टाक्षराणि पनार्था एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे सम्भवामि युगे युगे अष्टाक्षराणि युगे यु एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अनुष्टुप् छन्दः इन 4-8 टिप्पण्यः नोट्स ऑफ सेल्फ स्टडी द फ्रेजेस स्वाम प्रकृतिम अधिष्ठाय and Atmamaya Sambhavami seem to provoke indulgence in understanding the terminologies Prakriti and Maya, which belong to the realm of philosophy. And in philosophical realm, these words have their terminologies and hence they have their own significant meaning. The purpose of reincarnation by Sri Krishna Bhagavan from time to time is summarized in 3 phrases. Sadhunam paritranaya, dushkrutam vinashaya, dharma samsthapanarthaya. There are 2 phrases in respect of Sri Krishna Bhagavan reincarnating himself. Atmanam srujami and sambhavami. All in all, the suggestion seems to be that Sri Krishna Bhagavan, rather the Supreme, is ever vigilant that the situation in the universe, Vishwam or Srushtihi, which is his own creation, does not go too bad. He intervenes to establish righteousness. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. The phrase yuge yuge brings to mind the deciphering of an avyayi bhava samasa such as dine dine pratidinam. Can we say yuge yuge pratiyugam? No. Dine dine pratidinam connotes occurrence of an event at fixed periodicity. Reincarnation does not presuppose any such fixed periodicity. So yuge yuge is to be understood only to mean from time to time. The important criterion for reincarnation is yada yada hi dharmasya glanihi adharmasya abhyuthanam cha bhavati. Whenever there is decline of righteousness and rise and spread of unrighteousness. In fact, many times, many saints and righteous rulers also arrest the decline of righteousness and also arrest the rise and spread of unrighteousness. We may grant that such saints and righteous rulers are his emissaries. The basic logic of taking these three shlokas together was that in these shlokas we get to understand the godly purpose of reincarnation or the role of saints and righteous rulers. Every society anywhere should understand, appreciate and respect that role of saints and righteous rulers. The rulers should be righteous, is a need of the society. Apart from the Supreme being vigilant about it, the society, the societal administration should itself be vigilant about arresting the decline of righteousness and also arresting the rise and spread of unrighteousness. That is the primary responsibility of all governance. The purport of this shloka need not be taken that the Supreme is vigilant about it and it will intervene when the situation warrants. We need not. We should not sit back and relax, thinking that the Supreme will intervene. If the Supreme is vigilant, ourselves as true devotees should also be ever vigilant. In democracy, the responsibility of being vigilant rests with the voters and also on the elected representatives. This shloka paraphrase that responsibility of every society to arrest the decline of righteousness and to also arrest the rise and spread of unrighteousness. That is not just godly purpose, but actually the responsibility of every society, the responsibility of every member of every society. Guidance for discharging that responsibility is also summarized by the words na dharmasya glanihi, na adharmasya abhyuthanam, sadhunam paritranam, dushkrutam vinashaya. This is also summarized in 17-14 by a single word, Devadvija Guru Pradnya Pujanam, cultivating and spreading a culture of respect for the godly, Deva, deity-like people, saints, Dvija, learned and ascetic people, Gurus, people who preach righteousness, Pradnya, people who exemplify righteousness. Shubhamastu.